everyone, and welcome to Lottery. Today I thought we would talk about maternal and paternal lines and using the maternal and paternal lines photo tree Lottery pages. I want to talk to you about maternal and paternal lines. First we'll start off with maternal. The maternal line is a term used in genealogy to describe a line of descendants through all the female line. So it'll be mother, then her mother, and then her mother, and then her mother. The paternal line is the father's line in tracing through the males. So it'll be the father, his father, and then his father, and then his father. So we've already talked about the maternal line and the paternal line. Now we're going to talk about Lottery pages, maternal line photo tree and paternal line photo tree, and how I use them in my books. So I've already opened Goodnotes 5 on my desktop, and it's a Mac computer. So we want new notebook, title, we're going to name it something, and create. Okay, there we go. Now I don't use the white page, so we just click on the little arrow and go move to trash. Now we need to import the pages, so you could either have them on your desktop, on a file, in iCloud, in Dropbox. I've got them on my desktop, so I'm going to, or even on your iPad storage. So we're going to go to the little arrow, add after or add before. So I want add after, import, and it opens up a file. So you just look for it wherever you've got it. I will use lavender. Open. And I want to add another one. Import. Open. There we go. And there we have the page. Now I'm going to do it from my mother to my grandmother to my great-grandmother. So we'll just put where it's got names. We'll make sure we're on the text. See the little text, and then we click where we want it and we type in a name. Simple. Now we want to add a picture. So we go image. Depending where you have the image, you could drag it across, or you can go like that and add the image. But I'll just drag it across. So I've got the folder open on my desktop, and I'll just find the one of my mother and drag it over here. Now it's too big for the actual square, So I only want the head and shoulders. So what we do now is we right click on the photo and we go crop. And a little box pops up. See the little dots? We drag those in to where we want it. Make it smaller. I tried to get the photos of when they're round about the same age. So my mother and grandmother would be about the same age in all these photos. So we do done. Now to make it a bit smaller here, see this little thing here? We drag it in. I want to make it a bit smaller up here, so we just go crop again and do that. Just like that. So next, I'll put my grandmother. So we go back up to the text box up the top, make sure it's clicked, and then down here under mother, we'll put her name. And we'll put her maiden name, we don't put her married name. Now we'll find a picture of my grandmother. Which I have one, and with her sister and her mother. So we drag it across. Now I don't want all that, I just want the head and shoulders. So what we do, right click, crop. And we drag in from the dots to where we want it. Like that. Make it a little bit bigger. Done. Move it in like that with the circle thing down the bottom. Now I want to crop it a little bit more, so right click, crop, bring it in, done. Just like that until it fits the square or over the square. Okay, that's that photo. Now her mother. So we go back up to the text and we put where we want to click where we want to put the words, and then we type her maiden name and we find the picture of her. And I'll drag it across into the picture. Right click, crop. And we make this smaller by the dots. Done. And we'll need to move it. So you do, when you're moving it, you click and hold on the picture without making a double. crop. A bit smaller. That's it. Get in a bit. So all these, they should roughly about the same age. That's what I wanted to do. To make them so that you can tell the age, the percentage, the age, what they look like about the same time. They're a bit bigger. Now I'll fill the other two in and I'll show you. And that's what it looks like. Now for the blank page, you could either put notes. I thought that putting the whole picture in with who they are would be good. So we'll just put underneath. You could put then age, or if you've got some information about the photo, you could put that in as well. That's your decision, that's your choice. So this is my grandmother. And her sister and her mother. So and you just put the picture in and type. Her name was Frances Ruby, but she went by Ruby. And then you can put, I'll put, and I think I've got room for one more. So we'll put her mother. Just want to make that a bit smaller, so I'll go right click, crop. And I just want to take the edges off. Make it a bit neater. And then down here in the circle, bring it down. And click on the text, and I'll put her name. And I could add another page and put her mother if I wanted to. Alright, so that's the maternal. Now we'll talk about the paternal. I don't have very many photos of the paternal, but we'll do what we can. So after that, or anywhere in your where you're putting them, we go add after. And we want to import. And we'll go find them. paternal. And then you choose what colour. Is it the same colour or are you going to do a different colour? I might do a different colour. I might do the dark blue. You can do it one at a time. If you want to do two, you highlight the two and then you go open. And there we go. Now I'm going to do my father's line. So we make sure the text button is pressed and then we click on where we want to start typing. And then we get the photo. And I've found it on my desktop and I'm just going to drag it in. So I'm going to make this a bit smaller because it's not going to fit in the box. So crop and just drag the dot where you want it. Make it a bit bigger. And just maneuver it around to where you want it. Okay, now we want his father, so we go click on the text and down here we put his name. And then we'll get the photo of him. So drag it over, right click, crop, make it a bit smaller, just to chop a little bit more off so it fits. And there we go. Now that's all the photos I have of those paternal line. So I'll do the same thing. I'll put the big photos in. So we drag this one across, make it small. Since I've only got two, I'll put it there and go. You could even put also a story about the photo in there if you wanted to, of where he was or what he was doing. Or what year it is, if you know that. Stanley James. And that's it. I hope I helped you understand these pages and the maternal and paternal line. If you like the way it looks and you want to save it and print it, so we go up here to the little square with the arrow facing up and we want to export all or just one page or print. I'm going to save it to the desktop, so we go export all as a PDF and go export. And now it's saying where do you want to save it. I'll put desktop, save, move that out of the way, and I'll get the file to show you. It's saved it as a PDF, and we'll open it up. And this is what it looks like. Now you could have typed a name in there as well. Now I want to print those. So we go to File, Print, and then we print them. Make sure it's A4, 100%. Or scale to fit. And then we print. And then I'll show you what it looks like. Okay, so I've printed out the sheets. And so that was the cover. That is the Maternal Line photo tree with the photos. And that was the blank sheet, and I've put the photos on. And that was the Paternal Line and the blank sheet. Now, as I said, you could do anything you wanted with the blank sheet. I've just represented the little photos with the big photos. And if you had a story that went along with the photo or anything like that, you could put that on there. This is just a guide to help you with the sheets. Now, I hope I've helped you understand the maternal and paternal lines, and I hope I've helped you understand the Locktree family pages, maternal and paternal lines photo tree. And we'll see you next time, and thank you for watching. Bye.